Morning, everybody. I want to do another installment in my series on ministerial integrity. Ministerial integrity. And today I want to look at the interesting subject of being holy in speech. This is 4.4 in the book that I'm reading. 4.4 says, "Be holy in speech." If you're a minister of the Lord, then there should really be no occasions for you or your staff or for any of the people that you serve to ever discover that you are unholy in speech. Now, it goes without saying that taking of the name of the Lord in vain is a serious sin. It's referred to in the Bible as blasphemy. It's blasphemy, and would bring down the judgment of abomination and capital punishment in Old Testament times. But there are other forms of speech. There is foul speech, that is the use of bad language and filthy speech. And then there is cursing. And lastly, there is slander. Now, does it need to be said that all these forms of speech should never be heard coming from a minister of the gospel? You know, in the ordinary events of life, people may not challenge you. People may not challenge you if they feel that you have some position of authority or power over them. But in the world, people who are older than you, people who are not overawed by you, may stop you short and may say, "I didn't expect to hear that sort of language coming from you. You're a Christian, aren't you? You're a minister, aren't you? How can you use bad language? How can you slander people? How can you call the name of God into a conversation when it has no place? How can you speak of things that are dirty and unclean in the sight of God?" What a man says an awful lot about how he thinks. And remember this, that what Scripture tells us, that from the same fountain there cannot come forth sweet water and bitter. Okay, can't. And from the same fountain you can't get pure water and brine. Doesn't work. Doesn't work. So let your speech be always clear and clean before God and before men. You know, a man's reputation is very much based upon what he says. Because what a person says is the window into his soul. What a man says, especially in times of frustration, especially in times of distress. I remember on one occasion, this isn't blowing my own trumpet, but I remember on one occasion I hit my finger proper hard with a hammer. And all the men around me, they looked to see what I would say. And after a while, they said, "We can't believe it." So what can't you believe? They said, "We can't believe that you didn't swear and curse." Now, my absence of swearing and cursing said more to them than ever I could ever say in preaching the gospel. But there's another side to this too. If I had have cursed and sweared on an occasion like that, then they would have known. What would they have known? They would have known that I'm not the person that I say I am. The sincerity would have gone. The cover would have been blown. They would have said, so he's like us after all. He's like us after all. And that would have been the end of my Christian testimony at that point. No matter what else I said after that, wouldn't cut any ice whatsoever. And so that's why I say that this is something so very, very, very important. We've had a number of exhortations, but this is something that's very important. Don't let your speech be unholy. Don't let it be unholy in the sight of God, because he hears to everything you say. And don't let it be unholy in the sight of men, because they also listen to everything you say, and you can lose your testimony in a moment by just the words that come out of your mouth. Well, I trust this is proving to be quite a challenge to you all, and I wish you every blessing and look forward to speaking to you on our next occasion. God bless you. Bye for now.